Good morning, rise and shine, the good people of Facebook. I'm eager and I want to start early this morning, so I'm here to tell you, welcome from Times Square at 6 in the morning. I'll show the beauty of New York City and the wonders of the manifestation that is to come of Babylon. Here we go. This is it. Look at the beauty of New York City. Look at the man-made mountains. Look at the arranged, organized setup of marriage. It's all a contract. It's all a contract. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't need to. It's all to set you up. And whoever's the richer one is screwed. And if you're an immigrant, Jesus, you have no idea. Anyways, check this beauty out. This is New York. New York City. Beautiful. Look at this. Amazing. New York City at its nudist. The city that never sleeps. All eyes on the prize, right? Times Square. Look at that. Isn't it amazing? It's wicked. It's a lot. Look, Alyssa Milano. Wow, look at her. Should I go see her tonight? She looks amazing. God, she's like ageless. I used to be in love with that girl, Alyssa Milano. I used to want. I wanted to write her letters when I was a kid. When I was just like 11 years old, 10 years old. She was such a little tomboy. She was so like adorable, like a pretty Buffy. You heard? Oh, look at that. 50%, 50-50. Look at the bullshit. 50-50. Look at the show. The show. T and K. Heavy on the T, heavy on the K. It's a 50-50. Look at that. I guess that'll wake you up this morning if anyone's going to be watching this. Here we go. New York, New York. Amazing, right? Amazing. Neat-o. So, I wanted to share a story that happened to me yesterday, actually. No, actually 2 days ago, 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and it was in the Hudson Yards. I'll do a video on that too, specifically, but it was in the Hudson Yards, and I was walking off from there on 33rd or 32nd Street, and crossing over from the 10th Avenue into 9th, 8th to get to my subway ride back home to the Bronx, Boogie Down Bronx, the concentration camp. So I'm going, and I see these group of like kids, like teenagers. There's like 12 of them, and they're girls and boys, and they all have backpacks. They all have t-shirts sweatshirts that with hoodies in different colors. They were very colorful, very very Latina, very cha-cha, Benetton, whatever. And they all had hats, and they were pretty 15 to 20 year olds. That was the average. I'm assuming that's their age, just guesstimating. I'm pretty good about guessing. So my story is, and it's a true story, I start seeing them throwing anything they see on the ground as they're walking. They all had backpacks too, and they're walking pretty quickly. Now I'm a fast walker, so I'm like right behind them, thinking, what the hell are they doing? And they're throwing rocks and things at cans, cones. They were grabbing cones from the parking garages that were like back and forth right next to the DMV. It's like 32nd or 33rd. I can't remember the street, but it was really very surreal and real that this was happening, because they were throwing it at cars, throwing things at cars, throwing things at people, and they weren't doing anything. People weren't getting out of their car to fuck them up, or they weren't reacting. They were just letting it happen. It was so bizarre. And then they started attacking the carts that were on the sidewalks, that the carts, the Mexican carts, the delis, the little deli things that are all over New York now and all over the country now. But there were actually immigrants that were in them, and they were throwing them at these Mexicans. The rocks and these really strong, like the pebbles of what they had in their backpack. and the guys had to shut down their thing because they were very scared of getting hurt and damaged because they were going to try to go inside and pull everything down out of them. So of course I stepped in and said, "Get the fuck out of here! What are you doing? What are you doing? Get off! The police are going to arrest you right now. Get off!" And they were all speaking Spanish, and they all started studying me and like bouncing around like animals. And I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And they started circulating around me, and I didn't give a shit. I had the armor of God, like this has happened before, where I was attacked and they bounced right off me. They bounced right off. There was a shield over me, and they bounced right off me. And that's the whole other thing that happened last year. And but this episode was about 12 of them, and they started circulating me, and they started throwing those things at me. And I said, "Keep it up!" And I went right after them because they were trying to intimidate me. But I came right forward to them and said, "Come on!" And I started getting very aggressive and defending myself. And the cars that were around there were getting rocked up, and I was like, "What are you doing? You get off these cars! Stop vandalizing! Stop committing crimes!" And they were speaking in Spanish. So I knew there were the immigrants that were part of this gang, that they're coming over and harassing the American public. The people that are just driving in their cars and just getting through their days, and they were being very threatening. And they don't care. They were ruthless. Trump is correct. There's no one in Hollywood that's going to be able to reinvent them, to react them. They are major psychopaths. They're a bunch of Jorges and his sister Viviana, and that disgusting aunts of his that murdered the guy that in his 80s, Fancy Nancy Castrillon. It's just like the Colombian mob, but they're miniature versions. They're kids. They're literally kids. I believe that they were Venezuelans and Colombians. And it's very depressing and sad that these people, they look like my kids. I was like, wow, and they're attacking me. They're trying to like aggressively assault me. And I was blocking them, and they were all running away from my roar. And I was telling them to go back to the hotel, go to stop causing crime, stop vandalizing and harassing people, and telling them in Spanish. And they're all like taking notes on me, like they're gonna follow me, and they were. But luckily, I had called 911 and I reported it, and they were all being followed through my conversation with 911 for like 5 minutes, as they were trying to like approach me, trying to get it, punching at me. But they were all missing. And they were all getting scared the louder that I got. So I'm in the middle of the street, and everyone on the street, sidewalks, were just watching. All these like guys that were like, women that were just watching, hardly cheering on, just like helping. I was stopping them from vandalizing more. And the parking garage people did nothing. They just let them take their cones and like go and throw them at cars. It was so bizarre. It was just like so bizarre. And I'm telling this to the 911 person, and they're picking up all the streets I was crossing, the avenues I went up to. I followed them. I was walking towards the train, so they were following me. So I ran into them again when they were running through the CVS, stealing shit and running out. And so I luckily had the cops on the phone with me, and I was like, wow, I can't believe they're here again. They're right in my path. So I was going to go to my train, and they're like, there he is. And then they started following me again, and they started harassing. And the 911 operator was on the phone the entire time. She had all of it recorded. So it was a good 20 minutes, and there were still cops like parked. They weren't doing anything, and there were cops like empty cop cars with their lights like going. They're hazards, and they're acting. They weren't there. And I passed at least a dozen of them. So I was just like, what is going on here? There's like, if I was an old man, they would have beaten the shit out of me, and taken whatever I had. And I had like 2 bags on me of stuff that I was picking up along the way, and that I had for the day. That I had with me. It was really intense. It was very strange. And then they cut across on like 46th Street, and they moved forward very quickly, like throwing shit at cars. And the cars then started getting pissed in that area. And then they were just running and doing it. And they started dodging me. I wasn't behind them. I kept moving forward into 8th Avenue, and I went right into the train, and I hung up with the 911 operator and told them where they were heading towards, and I never saw cops. I mean, she had so much time to get a cop over there, and there were so many cops around there, but not one followed them, and they were doing it in plain sight. They were like, it was really disturbing. But you know, that's how they're doing it. That's how our country is being invaded. They're literally being invaded. And you should see this place in the middle of the day. Holy shit! It is like fucking, you know, Canal Street Central, immigrant, like just like craziness here. It is monster, and that's all good. That's all good. You know, I'm just giving you guys an update on what it's like here in New York here. As you can see everything from behind me, all the activity and the lights that are being promoted for OND, the busiest time of the year for New Yorkers, and for the business and the money that's being produced here, and what they care about most, because that's the most important thing. And make sure all the wars are covered, and make sure all the dramas going on in the courts, and all the shows and circus acts that they're getting so brilliantly, obviously in your face about, and that we shouldn't really put up with anymore. We really shouldn't. We don't. This is an outrage. The hurricane happening right now is on purpose. The hurricane happening right now is the evil elite, and all of the crimes, all this activity that we are witnessing is the evil elite. It's the 1% that is demonic. They are evil, and they need to be stopped. And we need to step up a lot more aggressive and take it away from them. They do not have the right. Every single chemtrail, every single the cartel. I mean, they know. You know, the government knows who they are. The CIA, they know exactly where they are. They know because they're part of it. And that's the fucked up thing, because they've gotten so good at being implemented into the poisoning and the bad apples that are in every single corporation and church and religion and politics and anything that involves a lot of money. You know, whether it's murdering someone when they got them all set up in place to do so, and then acting stupid and create these like patterns of the same murders that they do over and over again, like my friend Silvio and Twitch that died the same exact way, and also the same day on the West Coast they had they murdered the anti-boy, that guy, friend of Silvio's, adorable, you know, boy that was a singer, actor. Yeah, no one talks about any of this. Nobody. It's just like, it's like I feel like I'm alone in this, like, in this reality of truth, because I'm not lying about anything I'm saying. This is all real. I may sound and look like I'm hysterical because anyone would be, more so, you know, or people just like, people have mastered to ignore. They've ignored and they let this just happen. They don't care. And that's not being a rock star. That's not being a hard rock star. You hear me? Look at Hard Rock, 1971. It's my story. It's my story. We were born the same year. And we're all over the world. Learn it. I'm not going away, and neither is Hard Rock. Got it? So here in New York, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Former FDA chief expected to enter plea on bribery case. So sick. Look at this. Look how they getting busted left and right. Because the truth is coming out. The truth is being unveiled. The one truth is the fact is what I'm doing every day over at the Southern District of New York, and I'm calling them out. They are part of this corruption. They are part of a polluted court system that we have, that's an injustice, and so is the Social Security, and so is the Human Rights Division. All of my evidence is valid and real, and they lied, stole, and cheated their way to get and invade my life and my name and my wealth and all the things I worked for all my life. Here I am 30 years later. Congratulations, Joe Reynoso. Congratulations, Joseph. Jose, oh, no way, Jose, you're still alive? Way to go, bro. That's amazing. Good for you, man. I'm really proud of you. You're still going. That's pretty incredible. You do what you got to do. There's purpose. There is reason for every season that you're still going. At 53, you are telling the truth and revealing all the reality of the scandals, the corruption, and the lies and deceptions of our society. And my family, the sick people I worked with, the billionaire club, the religion, and the courts. I am going to, here's my here's my next 30-year resolution, because this is only the beginning. This is only a chip of the iceberg. You feel me? You feel me? This is only a chip of the iceberg. Right? Kaka? Look at this Kaka. Kaka all over New York City. Kaka. Kaka. Look at that, Kaka. Kaka. And the world's spinning into Kaka. And I'm just wiping all their asses, right? And showing them that they need to own what they've done. They need to own who they are, because they're monsters. Total, disgusting monsters. Look at New York City. New York City. Subway. 6 in the morning. Everyone's up as they should be and on. I gotta get back and pick up my my supplies for the protest, and I'll see you there. I'll see you at B Square. And look, I actually put on this video so I can let you know that they half the videos that I put out there have been taken off. It's so disgusting. And you know, I tried to do a screenshot of it on Facebook. It doesn't let me do it. It says this won't be allowed. I can't even. I'll have to take a picture from another phone. I'm dead serious. This is how corrupt. This is how censorship is being biased and being and they're still just violating people's rights to expose the truth, because they don't want to be known. They want to keep going and keep doing their evil sin, their crime of stealing people's name, character, wealth, death, pensions, security, everything. Because their mission is to destroy the ones that reveal, the ones that aren't conforming to the lie. And that would be me. That would be first in line, Joe Reynoso. And I gotta congratulate Joe Reynoso for being so honest and being truthful and revealing as much as possible to the day he dies. So I'm behind him. I'm the only one so far with God, which is the universe and all I need. But I would recommend that you guys pass on. Go ahead, pass on, share, and let the world know. Let the world know that I'm doing this podcast every fucking day. I'm going to reveal more and more truth. So keep up, take notes. You know, and the bullshit of the law of like use against me, whatever I use it. This is my truth. This is my story. This is what they leave me with. This is what this forced takeover of a life I'm left with to demonstrate the end results, right? This is it. They want me to stay quiet. Oh, they're gonna try to shut me down because they have no idea how much I'm putting it out there. How many videos I have that I keep pushing out there. They don't know. They don't know all of them. They're not getting all of them. You know. That would be the reason why all my phones have been shut down the last 10 years or stolen maliciously, you know, by this covert operation of destroying me, because that's what it is. You know, Mauricio, my own sister, all behind it, all playing this act like their entire life, because nothing's real for them. You know, they have to destroy whatever is in their way, whatever is not in the narrative of their act, right? Tico, right? Leave It to Beaver, right? Julio, yeah. All of you, all my brothers and sisters, terrible backstabbers. It's all good. You guys own that. I pray for you, and I'm seeking for your your apology, and I'm thinking about forgiving you. That's God. That's God's. That's God. Leave that in God's hands. But I'm not going to engage in being a part of this family that has been a complete annihilation of me without knowing, because now I know. And you guys have to own that. The apology has to be that you own all the things that you've done to me, and that you need to be completely transparent to how you did it, and how you lied, and how you stole and helped the corrupted government be these spies and informants and destroy me, go out of your way. It's incredible. Look, I'm not doing this for nothing. I'm not making any of this shit up. But people need to know that this exists. This kind of life that is being tormented and destroyed to the max, to the gang stalking life that I've had to live is real, and it could happen to anybody. I'm not sure in this capacity, but because most will be dead at the halfway point, years ago, maybe 10 years ago. But I'm still going. I'm still pushing through the punches, the beatings, the traps, the entrapment, the lies, the deception, the setups, all of them. Every day they work on it, these monsters, and I have it all right up here, and I have it all in a safe deposit box. I have it all online and in the internet, and it will constantly be rolling and being redone like movies, and it's going to be based on true stories, true events. It's going to be based on my theorized guess game that they leave me with, since they abuse the law, and they use this forbidden act to hide it from me, right? To hide it from people so they can get their way. And then they come up with all this gaslighting that is their mastery. They create all these things. They are the inventors of gaslighting. They're the inventors of psychopathic traits, all 21 of them. They mastered them because there's no law against that. So they're able to be this way if they're born to be able to do it. And they seek them, and they hire them, and they put them into our country from all over the world to deteriorate us. That's what's happened. That is a fact. I am living proof of this. And I'm going to show the rest of my life, 30 years that are coming, and it's going to be another 30 years after that. It's going to be another chapters, because I'm going to live as long as God wants me to. He could take me today, in the next hour, and God could take me in 100 years from now. It's up to God. But I'm telling you, I feel as good as I did when I was 25, and I am going to, represent that, because I am Joseph Reynoso, and I will not let up this effort to reveal truth on the outcome of where I'm defending myself, and hoping that it doesn't happen to other victims, and that they can be warned and learn from my weaknesses of being too loving, of being too trusting, about being too giving, and being so lied to on what those areas and emotions are in life, throughout my upbringing, throughout my career, throughout everything that's happening now, because it's gotten really bad here. It's gotten really bad. People have learned to be really bad, and I couldn't do what I did 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, because they're so bad now. They're so bad they would eat me up alive if I was the way I was back then. And now I'm stronger. I know who I am. I know who's who. I know enough to still have God protect me, and that's all I need to know. It's a wonderful thing. It really is. So enjoy your beautiful day here. I'm not sure what time it is now. I'm assuming 6:30. But yeah, I'll be back on the steps of the Southern District of New York. And I'll have my list. Every day I'm going to have different things I'm going to go over. And I'll have a couple of the pages of my evidence to show over there. And I'm going to do that every day until justice is served, until they own what they've done. All the monsters, the whole army of demons that have attacked me, that have used and exploited me and stolen from me, they will get theirs in time, due process. I'm not being denied my due process. Do you understand that? I will not be denied my due process. Thank you. What's this? Look at this. I'm not sure what this is. Look at this line of it goes all the way around this building. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of long. You see that? It goes all the way around the building. What is that long? Oh, I know what it is too. It's to what I did protest over here in the Today Show, NBC. The bird, the Rainbow Room. I've been all over in my protests and all my little videos that I've put out there in different ways. Because I am going to tell the truth. I'm not holding back a goddamn thing. I'm going to show while it's in the process what it's evolved to become already. So learn from it. Look at this. That's all for, I guess, to be on this TV show that somebody's performing today. Because this is a long one. I'm not seeing it this long since Mariah Carey. Since Mariah Carey's Rainbow. Here we go, look at this. Interesting. Look at this. There's a lot of young guys and girls there. That's great. That's great, look at this. Oh. It's New York. You're gonna see the bird up there? See the bird? Yes. Alright, I'm signing out, guys. Peace out.